Garnacho and Amrabat start for Manchester United into this fixture of Crystal Palace at Old Trafford. Hannibal in the mix, meaning that Erik ten Hag is going to obviously find something special into Hannibal in here onto this channel. This is the United Matters channel. Welcome to this channel. We are here to bring you the match day live, where we break down a little bit of what is happening at Manchester United as far as the game of football is really concerned. Who is starting, who is not starting. Obviously, we are here to obviously let you know what it's all about and what Ten Hag has gonna come up with as his starting 11 for the club of Manchester United. Crystal Palace coming in through to obviously try to stop our campaign to defend this trophy, because last season we went ahead to win it and it looks like Ten Hag wants to win it. I've gone ahead to see some of the words that Erik ten Hag is going to say about this tournament on the Man United TV, and he badly wants it. He badly wants to win it. He badly wants to lift it up to that he obviously levels up to where he wants to be as a manager of Manchester United, because at United winning trophies is a must, and the standards set at Manchester United are simple. You have to win every game. Ten Hag knows it better. He's a person who reiterates it day in, day out, and you cannot obviously take him off that thought, because he believes that winning every game is the order of the day at the club of Manchester United. Let's start it off with the starting 11 of Manchester United. Shockingly, we thought that Bayindir was going to get his first start of the season and obviously get a debut. That is obviously off. Ten Hag has gone serious and he has the following players in his starting 11. Andre Onana, Amrabat, Harry Maguire, Mason Mount, Anton Martial, Garnacho, Casemiro, Rafael Varane, Dalot, Pelestri, and Hannibal. That is it. Ten Hag has gone serious, and we've welcomed back Harry Maguire. There is Mason Mount and Amrabat getting his full debut at the club of Manchester United. Now, when you look at the substitutes, there is Bayindir, Heaton, John Evans, Lindelof, Bruno Fernandes, Gore, Donny van de Beek, Rasmus Højlund, and Marcus Rashford. It has gone ahead to excite me, because in my predicted starting 11, I never had Onana. I had Bayindir, I had Maguire and Rafael Varane into the mix. I never had Casemiro. That is it. I never had Hannibal. That is it. But it looks like Ten Hag is going to hate obviously rest some players in there for you and went in for a different team altogether. And that is the starting 11 of Erik ten Hag that he is going to hate to put up to obviously face the side of Crystal Palace at Old Trafford. Then we go to Crystal Palace. Who have they brought in this fixture? It's Dean Henderson, formerly a goalkeeper of Manchester United, coming in through to obviously try to maybe stop us from getting where we deserve to be. But I believe he's obviously going to get to know the wrath of a fired up team of Manchester United. Remember, he's one of those goalkeepers that we sold close to £20 million to obviously see to it that we really get some money to obviously get in other players, not to violate the financial fair play. There is Having Klein, Holding Richards, Michel Dokore, Redwell, Scalp, Raki Sachi, Jordan Ayew, Mateta. That is the starting 11 of Crystal Palace. Johnston, Ward, Gehi is on the bench. Anderson, Hughes, Ozo, Eze, Ebioweli, and Ola Abiebomi. Meaning that the manager is obviously not so much focused on obviously getting this team to where it deserves to be in the Carabao Cup, because they're going to dress some players to obviously get fired up for the Premier League, because he knows that it's a sackable offense to lose games in the Premier League, but it's not a sackable offense to obviously come in through and lose games or get knocked out in the Carabao Cup, because they see themselves as nowhere near to obviously winning this Carabao Cup. And I'm trying to obviously find out the lineups on how things are going to obviously get in through. But all I can let you know is that I think Amrabat is going to be played as a right back in this game. Dalot is going to be played as a left back, or vice versa. Amrabat might be played as a right back and Dallo played as a left back. All Dallo being played as a left back and Amrabat being played as a left back. That is it. Then I'm having Peacemaker. Good evening, Arad. Good evening, Peacemaker. How are you? And you hope you're doing fine. And this is what we have for you here onto our channel known as United Matters channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. When you look at this starting 11, it shows you that Facundo Pellistri is going to be played as a right attacking midfielder. And I think having not been used in the game of Burnley over the weekend, this is the game you're supposed to start him in. And I think the manager is trying to really manage the playing time of these players well. Pellistri played close to 80 minutes in the game of Bayern Munich. He never played any minute in the game of Burnley. That is Facundo Pellistri for you. Then after that, Garnacho also played some minutes. He came off the bench and played like 20 minutes in the game of Bayern Munich. He was a threat, but the manager really benched him. And I think he has finally gone ahead to get the best out of this player. And he's here to obviously get going for the club of Manchester United. And he rested them for the game of Burnley. They never played any minutes. And he had to bring them into this game to show us what they're all up to. Now, it's up to Facundo Pellistri and Alejandro Garnacho to put in a shift that is going to show the manager that they are really ready to obviously take on the next big step onto their career of competing to start in the game of Crystal Palace over the weekend. But the return of Mason Mount is really a very huge boost for me, because you all know what it means when at least you have players like him into this game of football. You need experience, and you need what we call players that are going to hate to do it before and have a different mentality altogether. Mount is a game winner, though he has not gone ahead to settle in well at the club of Manchester United, but I can confirm to you that he's really that one player that will get you those wins and goals when you hardly or when badly want them. I believe the lineup is going to be like this: Amrabat, left back; Diego Dallo, right back; Maguire and Rafael Varane in the central defense. This confirms to us that the vice captain of Manchester United is Rafael Varane after Bruno Fernandes. Then in the double pivot, it's Casemiro and Hannibal, right? Mason Mount is obviously going to play as a central attacking midfielder. Facundo Pellistri, right attacking midfielder. Garnacho, left attacking midfielder. And Anton Martial is going to lead the line. Martial has not been involved so much into these games. He's going to have to play some little minutes this season because he is an injury-prone player, and there is a player who is really aggressive, energetic, and represents exactly the qualities that Erik ten Hag wants in his centre forward at the club of Manchester United. So we really believe that it's going to work well for Anton Martial. It's his time to show the manager that I'm not supposed to be benched. You should play me in every game, and I should be started to really play in this game. And I think with the supply of Garnacho and Facundo Pellistri and Mason Mount through the center, he's obviously going to thrive, according to me. He's going to thrive and do better for this club of Manchester United. So to me, it comes to my understanding that we went ahead to obviously have and strengthen our squad. Last season, we couldn't bench some first-team players and obviously look strong. That's why you saw to it that in those games, Ten Hag found himself playing his first team in almost every game. But we are not having Luke Shaw. We are not having Lisandro Martinez. We are not having Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Those are injured, right? There is no Sancho. There is no Anthony. Those are 5 because all those players are starters at Manchester United. Rashford is on the bench, right? Højlund is on the bench. Bruno Fernandes is on the bench. Lindelof is on the bench. Almost 9 players out, but look at the squad you've gone ahead to put out. Hope you guys are really understanding where my point is being driven to. I believe we are really good to go as a team of Manchester United, because if at all you find yourself in a situation of really raising up a team like that, even when you have close to 7-8 players out, it shows you how much you've gone ahead to elevate from a team that people thought you would be to a team that it's obviously winning you games and obviously trying to do rotation, because this team can take on every team. But remember, we are missing some good players. But I think Varane, Casemiro, Mason Mount, Dalot bring in that experience. And when you mix experience with the young talent, with lots of Hannibal, Facundo Pellistri, Garnacho, that is really great. It's really great business for Manchester United, and I think we're obviously going to have a very good goal at the side of Crystal Palace, and they're obviously going to feel the burn, all the fever burning down them, because this moment is not for jokes. Now, Sky Sports have gone ahead and obviously said the following, that Erik ten Hag has rotated perhaps more than expected, making 7 changes from the win over Burnley. There are returns from Harry Maguire and Mason Mount, while Sofyan Amrabat makes his full debut potentially at right back in a loop-sided United side, starting 11 that only contains one natural fullback. Anton Martial leads the line. Bruno Fernandes, Rasmus Højlund and Marcus Rashford are all on the bench. That is it coming in from the Sky Sports. And they are really right, as I told you, that Sofyan Amrabat is either going to play as a left back or a right back. And you saw it very well in the game of Burnley when they brought him on. He was being played as a left back. Ten Hag knows him very well. At Utrecht, he knew that he's a very versatile player. And I think this is why Ten Hag went ahead and obviously said, I need him, because he knows that when you're having an injury-prone player in the caliber of Sofyan Amrabat, and he is a versatile player, it helps you get to where you deserve to be as a team. You know, if you are short of left backs like we are today, all our left backs are really out. Luke Shaw is out injured. Tadeu Malacia is out injured, expected to return at the end of this month. Then, even Sergio Reguilon, he's injured, and Ten Hag is not injured but sick. Ten Hag has not gone ahead to force himself to start him into any game here. So that is the beauty of Erik ten Hag and what he's doing at the club of Manchester United. Hate him or love him, he has gone ahead to impose himself onto this beautiful team of Manchester United, and he is obviously winning hearts of many. And kudos to Erik ten Hag and the job he's doing at the club of Manchester United. I think most people are not giving him the credit he deserves, but I think if there is a manager who has gone ahead to have a hard go at the club, I think it's Erik ten Hag. But with the injuries returning, or with players returning from injury, I think it's obviously taking us to where we deserve to be, and I think the competition has officially kick-started in for Manchester United. You know, all what we need is simple. Get in these wins, and after bagging them in, then the rest is going to be history. That is it. And we just need to obviously find out the best way possible to win ourselves these games. And this is a game where all we need is win. Win of any nature, I'm not bothered. All I need is a win. As I told you, the game of Burnley, all I needed was a win. That is it. All I needed was a win. Why would I come out and pretend that I'm Manchester United? We are not playing very well, and we are not winning. What we need as a club of Manchester United is to get in wins. If we get in those wins, then the rest will be history. So I will tell you and confirm to you that a win is a win, and that's why we are talking about this. You get? And we are talking about Man United and the pressure really coming to normal because we went ahead to win against Burnley. If we want Ten Hag to concentrate more onto the team and obviously see these other people get off this side of Manchester United that we're not doing well, we just have to continue winning these games. The more we win these games, the more these people are obviously going to come in through and rest their case. And these people who hate Erik ten Hag need to obviously get to know where they belong and where they fall. Now, that is Erik ten Hag arriving at Old Trafford to really take on Crystal Palace with the lineup is going to head to bring. It shows you that he wants to defend the cup. This is Sofyan Amrabat signing autographs for players of Manchester United alongside Bruno Fernandes, the captain of the team. That is it. Then we also had a nice moment of Casemiro waving to the fans of Manchester United at Old Trafford as they really arrived. So it shows you exactly what this is all about and how the club of Manchester United is really ready to obviously take on Crystal Palace, and we are all looking forward to a win. Donny van de Beek, having failed to obviously secure his move away from Manchester United, he has found himself in a situation of staying, and he has decided to fight for his position. And that is him with the fans of Man United trying to take a selfie. Very jolly mood. And I think Jadon Sancho should take a leaf from what Donny van de Beek has gone ahead to be going through at Manchester United. If I'm asked, or if you're asked, which of the two has gone ahead to face a horrible time at Manchester United, the answer is going to be Donny van de Beek. But the way Donny van de Beek has remained professional, right? And the way he has gone ahead to push, to do everything, is really very professional. And I think Sancho should borrow a leaf from Donny van de Beek on how he's doing his stuff, because he's doing it professionally and no one is obviously going after him, because this player is putting in the shift that is well required to obviously stay professional and obviously tell the manager, anytime I'm here coming to convince you. Zelda Taylor, Man United. Kamhanda Johnani. Good evening, brother RD. Live in Kasese for one. All right. Thank you very much for your prediction. Sniper Rifle Soldier, we must win in any way. That is it. And that's what I'm calling in for. We just need to really get this win over the line. That is it. We just need to see ourselves winning this game. And if at all we win this game, the rest will obviously settle in well, because we are facing the same team, that is Crystal Palace, over the weekend. And all we need is to see to it that we get into levels that we really deserve. Now, the lineup that is being floated to us is really funny. I don't know whether it's the final lineup that Ten Hag is going to hate to go with, but this is what Google is showing us, that Onana is in goal. We are going in for back three of Diego Dalot, Harry Maguire and Rafael Varane. Diego Dalot playing on the right side of the central defense, Harry Maguire at the center of the central defense, and Rafael Varane playing on the left side of the central defense. Facundo Pellistri is being played as a right wing back. Garnacho is being played as a left wing back, and Sofian Amrabat and Casemiro are being played as a double pivot. Hannibal Mejabri and Mason Mount are being played as central attacking midfielders, and Anton Martial is leading the line. Now, let's wait and see how this pans out, but I believe we might see ourselves playing a back four. But Amrabat and Casemiro, if at all they are being played into that formation, it's obviously going to be great, because you really want them to build that relationship with them. But I've not seen Eriksen. Where is Eriksen? That is the hugest question that we'll obviously go on and ask ourselves. Where is Eriksen? Because I've not even seen him on the bench. He never featured in the encounter of United that saw us take on Burnley. We won that game by 1 goal-0, and he never even came off the pitch of play. I expected him by there to play part in this game to start, but he's nowhere to be seen. Now, it's time to test the double pivot of Sofian Amrabat and Casemiro, and how it's obviously going to help us anchor the midfield of United and win the midfield battles of many. Obviously, you know to it that if you're having Sofian Amrabat and Casemiro in the midfield, that is game over. As we prepare to play against Man City and very many other teams, that plays in our favor, and we will obviously be one of the happiest people to see these players on the field of play. Now, if Sofian Amrabat is available, I have no worry that our midfield is going to obviously act better. We are going to create very many chances, because that will give Casemiro allowance to obviously play as a number 8, and Sofian Amrabat will also shield that defense very, very well. And I think Ten Hag putting in Facundo Pellistri and Garnacho to obviously play alongside that line help them obviously improve onto their defensive abilities and their work ethic levels, because if you don't work hard, there is no room for you at the club of Manchester United. Now, I would want to see chances after chances. When you look at how Casemiro plays, he shows you that he's a person who can obviously put in assists for the number 9 and maybe release the likes of Garnacho, Facundo Pellistri, Hannibal Mejabri, and so many others. So I call upon for that on several occasions to come up and show up in this game. with Sofian Amrabat sitting in, let Casemiro thrive, because I'm gonna hate to let you know that if Casemiro is played as a number 8, he can even score 15 goals a season. He can get us to that level of getting 15 goals a season because he knows exactly what to do, and the experience he has is really immense. If he has gonna hate to play just 6 games this season, are they 6 or 7 games, and he has 3 goals, he's the top scorer of the club. What will he be like if at all you let him go and thrive in the advanced areas of the pitch? I think he's going to come out and obviously offer us something different altogether that maybe no other number 8 will obviously give us, you know. So I really want him to come in through and obviously play a very big part into this beautiful game of football, and we need to see him doing the needful. That is the man himself, that is Casemiro, for the club of Manchester United, and we are eagerly waiting to see how these two obviously play together into that double pivot with Sofian Amrabat, because Sofian Amrabat is bringing the energy, right? When Sofian Amrabat brings in the energy, obviously Casemiro will get you what we call the final pass, you know, because he's also a man who really covers huge distance, and you know, obviously know where he comes in from, because he's a very, very good player when it comes to obviously covering huge distance for the club, and that means no club is obviously going to come in through and obviously stop us from obviously achieving what we want as a club of Manchester United today. And with Sofian Amrabat and Casemiro in that midfield, I don't see us losing any game. By the way, we are going to be a very strong team that can obviously win very many midfield battles into this encounter, and we pray to it that things go on as planned by the manager, that is Erik ten Hag, to give us a win of the day. Now, lots of people are really wondering why the players like Harry Maguire into the mix. Ten Hag has gone ahead and spoken about it. I'm going to bring you what has gone ahead to say about it and very many others, because it's all about Erik ten Hag moment to reveal to us why the likes of Mason Mount and Harry Maguire are into the mix of Manchester United. So thank you very much for watching through. This is the United Matters channel. Smash the like button, comment and share, and if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Big day, big story, and it's the match that is seeing us defend our title that we have only in the cupboard under Erik ten Hag. Now, the last time they came in through to play at Old Trafford, you know what it happened. Casemiro really got a red card. You remember that very well? Casemiro got red carded and was sent off the field of play. Now, Casemiro is really one of those that needed to change his attitude, and obviously it changed. You saw to it that after that red card, Casemiro couldn't get involved in any of the battles that happened on the field of play, and he was ordered to sideline himself because it looked like he was targeted by the referees to obviously be brought down and obviously blamed for no good reason. And I think that was a good move coming in from Erik ten Hag and his entire coaching staff for the United great midfielder who went ahead to obviously give us memories of the likes of Roy Keane and so on and so forth. So we wait and see how that really pans out, but it really looks a very good atmosphere at Old Trafford, and let me take you through what Ten Hag is going to have to say about these other teams of Manchester United and why some players are in and why some players are out. But smash the like button close to 40 times because we are having very many people watching in through, but we are not getting in the required likes. Like this video. Don't forget to go down into the what is it called? Don't forget to go down into the live chat and obviously tell me your thought and also tell me your vote, you know, because very soon we're going to close down the vote of the prediction that is really running down into that live chat that's going to have to be pinned up. That is the poll, and hope you guys are obviously going to enjoy it. And Ten Hag has said the following, guys. First and foremost, he was asked about sorry about that. Ten Hag was asked about the reason of the changes. He had the following to say: to win the match. That's always what it's all about. Of course, it's also about freshness and managing the workload of the players. Ten Hag has been retaliating on this, that at United we have to win every game. That is it. We have to win every game. That's why he tells you that he has gone ahead to make changes to win the game and to bring in some freshness and managing the workload of these players. So I like it this way, that the club of Manchester United is really having to make all these changes, because I told you that if you very much saw the squad of United that played against Burnley, 7 of the players that started have been rested. You know, Sergio Reguilon, Victor Lindelof, John Evans, Bruno Fernandes, Rasmus Højlund, Marcus Rashford, and who else? 7 changes have been made by Erik ten Hag, you know. So it shows you exactly that we are really having a very good team to obviously flaunt and see these players rested, and the manager is really happy now to have most of his players back to obviously take on the side of Crystal Palace in this double header. Remember, we are playing Crystal Palace on Saturday and we are playing them today. So those 2 games are going to be played at Old Trafford, meaning that we have a point to prove that we can get these points and really keep going. Then, when asked about the return of Harry Maguire and Mason Mount, he says it's important for the team because there are very many games to come and we need a complete squad, but also competition to make choices. That is it. All those points are 100% valid from Erik ten Hag, because all you need as a manager like Erik ten Hag is to have your best players available every time you need them. And every time you're not having your best players when you need them, then it's obviously one of those problems that we encounter into the season. You need to have your best players up to really create what we call competition into your squad. Now, ask yourself, how would it have been if at all even Anthony and Sancho were in this team? The team would have been complete. But as it stands, one player is battling with his issues off the pitch concerning his ex-girlfriend, that is Gabriela, that is Anthony. And for Jadon Sancho, he's obviously going through hardships. And what hardship is he going through? The ex put up attacking Erik ten Hag. That is it. So, for this case, we obviously know exactly what the manager has, but we pray to it that Kobe Menu joins this team, Malacia joins this team soon, and Amad Diallo join this team very soon. If they do, the rest will be history. That is it. We just need to see them return at the club of Manchester United. Then there is Ten Hag to say something about Sofyan Amrabat, and he said he can play there and he's a warrior. He will fight for the badge. He's someone who will play where his manager needs him. So he's talking about his character. And have you noticed something about the players that every time is going to recruit at Manchester United? They're having that fighting character. Lisandro Martinez, he's a fighter. Malacia, he's a fighter. Casemiro is a fighter. Højlund is a fighter. Mason Mount, he's a fighter. Amrabat, he's a fighter. Look at Sergio Reguilon, he's a fighter. Look at I think the only player who's not a fighter is Eriksen, but at least Ten Hag is going to hate to improve on his intensity when it comes to the field of play, what he offers to the club of Manchester United. We all know that. So Ten Hag is continuing to obviously put his team to where he wants to be, and it's talking about a player who is going to fight for the badge, and he's hinting on one player, that is Sofyan Amrabat. Obviously, if there is a player you want to fight for the badge, it's Sofyan Amrabat, because he's obviously going to give us the needful. I'm having Mr. Lamwa channel plays game. I'm not going to broadcast the game because I don't have the rights. The moment I really put it up, they'll strike me up. Something I don't want to happen to our beautiful channel, because we've gone ahead to include in a lot of energy to build it, to really take it to this level. So Ten Hag has heard that about Amrabat, and he believes a lot of things have to happen into this. And there is something that I had to add about him that it's his full debut, so I'm really looking forward to it. and he's really looking forward to it. He wants to play and give everything in the match. Now, for the beauty of Sofian Amrabat, he needs to come in through and prove himself at his club, because the club is not going to hate, obviously, sign him permanently from Fiorentina. We signed him on loan with an option to buy, and if at all you don't buy him, his contract will automatically continue at Fiorentina with 1 year. And I think he's a player that you're going to keep at Man United, because he's a player that Ten Hag believes in. They know each other. He knows what Ten Hag calls for, high standards in the game, and the intensity is obviously going to be huge. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Rokan David is my name. Allow me end it here, and I'll be back with the match reaction when the game is done and dusted. Now, when you look at the prediction, you guys have 89% of you winning the game. Man United, Crystal Palace, 6% calling in for a win of Crystal Palace, and 3% calling in for a draw of Crystal Palace. Thank you for watching through. Engagua, Ronald, I expect Man United, but its performance is very poor. I think we are going to up our performance, because one thing we forget is all we needed in that game was a win, and we needed to win anyhowly. Whether ugly or good, all you wanted were 3 points. And even in this game, all we need are 3 points. We need 3 points. And the good thing is that we are having a very good bench. Rashford is on the bench. Rasmus Højlund is on the bench. Bruno Fernandes is on the bench. So we are having some good players that can come off the bench and change this beautiful game of football. I'm having Aronia picks. Hey, thank you for watching it through. Hope you're really having a fantastic evening. And my prediction, 3-0. 3-0. I believe we can obviously put them to a sword and win this beautiful game of football. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Peacemaker, thank you Zelda Taylor, thank you Kamuhanda, thank you Sniper Rifle, thank you Lamwa, and thank you Engagua, Ronald, and Haronea Picks. Thank you for watching through. Rokan David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokan David remains my name. See you when you see me. That is when this game is done. I'm obviously going to come in through with the match reaction and the player ratings. Not so?